Good afternoon, Internet. Good afternoon, guys and girls. I'm sitting here playing with this big ass squirrel. What I've done is got my scope connected to the input, goes into the coil, goes around, and it comes out, goes around, and it comes out as this wire. Through the connector, through that little connector wire there, and it goes back in, goes into the coil, wraps around, and it comes out as this wire here. So I've attached a piece of thick copper wire to the inlet and one to the out. Now, inside the grooves, I ran a 0.5 millimeter thickness into the groove, and it wraps around all the way around. And it comes around for a second one, all the way around. And it comes around for a third one. Then the third one comes around here, and then here it climbs out, and then it comes up as this one here, which is the black one. The reason for that and please don't quote me on this, I'm an imbecile or an idiot. But I watch a lot of YouTube movies, and I thought that if I use my frequency generator to input a signal into those three wraps, three turns of 0.5 millimeter wire, that it will induce a signal into the coil. And it does do that, but this coil is so big that it actually picks up on the 220 volt, 50 hertz lines in my house wiring, because I've got a house plug on the wall there, and if I swing you around to the other side, I've got a house plug on the wall there. Both of them are more than 2 meters away from me here, but this big ass squirrel insists on picking up the sine wave signal from the house current, which is not very much, but I can't get the scope to go away from the very slow frequency signal. Then I started playing with the signal generators I just showed you here. And when we get to 388,000 hertz or 388 kilohertz, the signal starts jumping up and down, and it generates 23 or 21 volts peak to peak, or 6.4, 6.36 volts RMS from these 2 points here. From the input and the output of the coil. Remember, this signal coil that I'm using here is not connected to that at all. And it's also very low voltage. I actually don't have an idea what the volts is. Let's try and see if we can figure it out. If I switch the multimeter on and I don't know if the multimeter is set on alternating current. It gives me 0.005 volts. Let me try DC current that doesn't show anything. I'm trying to go back to AC. Even though this is technically not supposed to be alternating current, because the output of the signal generator is a square wave. Now, a square wave would mostly supposed to be a DC voltage, because it goes up and then it falls down to 0 and then it goes up again, and depending on the duty cycle, it's at the 50% duty cycle. Okay, admittedly, I've got the world's cheapest little scope here simply because I can't afford anything more expensive than this. But it's been working very well for years now, for 2-3 years. I can't remember how long I've had it. And it was actually given to me by a friend of mine. So I was lucky in the fact that I didn't have to pay for it, but it's so cheap. Most people won't even buy it. But it works well. It really, really works very well. In any case, so that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go a little bit wider there. Now, you can see right there. But there, the voltage on the big coil drops off markedly from 23 volts to 19 volts. Whereas if I not really picking up there. So I'm going to take the multimeter off here because at that frequency it seems to be pretty useless. Ah, there's my coffee. But I am going to put my scope on here. And that is the blue trace. On the oscilloscope. Now, the scope gives me a reading of 2 kilohertz. But if I go to the generator, that is not 2 kilohertz according to the generator. Oh, I wish I had a separate frequency generator, frequency counter. I envy Mr. Carlson from Mr. Carlson's lab on YouTube. Man, that guy has got equipment. Oh, and he knows so much about electronics. If I had his electronic knowledge, I'm pretty sure we would have put people in another galaxy by now. So, yeah. But with the scope on that one now, still at the same frequency, but look at the other scope lead, the yellow trace on the scope. There's nothing, well, obviously I've taken that scope lead off. That scope lead, if you go back a little bit, or if you concentrated when I was showing it, when I went down to 387, it fell back to 19 volts peak to peak on the yellow trace, and then I switched it back to 388, and now it's climbed up to 24.4 volts peak to peak and almost 7 volts RMS. Even though it doesn't show the correct frequency, but it does show that there is a frequency on top of whatever other signal this coil is picking up. Now, what you will see, I'm going to go out. If I switch the frequency generator off, first I'm going to go down to 0. So now there is no input from the frequency generator. You see? But the scope leads, it doesn't pick up anything on that small coil. But on the big coil, I'm not connecting the earth because they are connected internally in any case. Okay, the big trace is at 2 volts. That's why it's picking up so high. So that coil is picking up something exactly 50 hertz and 50 hertz, which means this big coil, even though it's not near, well, 2 meters away from any electrical cables in the wall there, and the cables coming out on the wall, yeah, but it's still picking up because I am only connected to the input and the output of this big coil. Any case, this was a long-winded video. I don't normally make these long-winded videos because it takes me hours to upload it onto YouTube as well. But maybe there's somebody out there in YouTube world that actually enjoys these long movies, these long videos. Please comment in the comments below. Please punch the like button. I always, whenever I watch a movie, I go and punch even likes inside the comments, because why not? I'm a nice guy, and if it helps somebody else's algorithm to get more likes, I've done a good deed, even though I haven't given anybody money. And if you can, share it with somebody else who also likes these type of things, playing around with electronics and stuff, because I would love to have more subscribers. Remember, at the moment, with only 300 subscribers, YouTube's not interested in giving me a cent for all the ads that they put on my videos. So they make money off me, but I can't make money off me. In any case, this was a long video now, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.